What federal judges want to hear? Welcome to my video series, Indicted and Facing Prison Now What? My name is Mark Blattstein, and I understand firsthand how surreal and overwhelming this experience can be. 2006, I was convicted of a felony and I lost my medical license, but I was grateful in 2010 to have my license reinstated in full, which is why I'm here. And I transitioned from patient care to provide you with the crucial information every day so you can navigate these challenging times with knowledge and preparation, because with those two builds confidence between you and yourself and your legal team. Department of Justice and the feds have been asking questions, and if you've heard these rumors, that means their case against you is mostly complete. They have a 98% conviction rate, and the odds are not in your favor that you're going to escape sometime in prison. However, knowledge is power, and I'm trying to give some of that to you and put it in your hands. Delaying your next step could have severe consequences. You need a good criminal defense attorney. Your future's at stake, while it's crucial to hire the legal team who has a proven track record of successfully defending cases like yours. Don't just settle for experience. You want to choose ultimately a team that you feel is a good fit for you personally. That will allow you to get the best possible outcome. Making the right choices today can help you move forward with confidence tomorrow. Should you have questions, please do not hesitate to call and consider engaging my services at 240-888-7778. This is your future and your life. So judges understand that the Department of Justice wants a conviction. The prosecutor wants to put you in prison. Your attorney is paid to say nice things about you. The one person that the judge doesn't know anything about is who you are. Why, what caused you to break the law? Because right now, all he knows is the indictment, which is your autobiography published by the Department of Justice. And it's likely not that flattering. So the most important person you're going to meet is going to be your probation officer, because the probation officer can make a good recommendation to the judge in your behalf or a bad recommendation to the judge in your behalf. And the judges listen to them. And so, in addition to all the other information you're going to put together for the officer that they request, you also need to begin to address the fact that if the narrative you don't believe is all that accurate, it doesn't represent a true picture of you. You need to write your own personal narrative. And if you need help, then engage someone that can help you do that. But your narrative is your story from growing up as a kid to going to elementary school, junior high school, high school. I guess nowadays it's middle school too. Did you go to college? Were both parents at home? Did you have enough to eat? Was it a wealthy household? Not a wealthy household? What caused you to break the law? There has to have been a trigger. There had to have been something, because nobody gets out of bed one day and says, on that day, I'm going to do something bad and break the law. It's something that happened over time, and it was most likely triggered by something in your early childhood or several years after that. That narrative will help the judge, as long as you understand that you face the facts, that you accept responsibility for what happened because you're the owner of your actions. You have remorse for the victims you've harmed. And even if the indictment or the charges say that it's a victimless crime, there's always going to be victims, and judges want to know, and other stakeholders want to know that you understand there are victims and that you need to make amends to them. There's a release plan. The judge is going to ask you at some point while you're at sentencing. At least they did to me. They asked me if I had anything to say. I never expected the judge to ask me a thing. And so I turned around and looked at my attorney. I was just speechless. And so you want to be prepared, because that's an opening. Every judge will do it in their own way. Some judges may have gotten out of bed on the wrong side of the bed in that morning. Others may be fine. But you need to be prepared to begin to what's called your allocution, which is your conversation with the judge. And in that conversation, you've accepted responsibility. You're humble. You're embarrassed. You didn't realize at the time, over time, that you were 1 foot at a time. You were just getting in deeper and deeper, whatever the event was, and that in hindsight, you were wrong. You accept responsibility. You understand you've created victims, and you have a plan to not come back to their courtroom. You know that there may be time in prison, and you understand that there are programs that help those who have certain triggers or certain events in their life, so that you'll be able to deal with it better. This is at the very beginning, but these three things, your personal narrative, with everything prepared and provided to your probation officer, your narrative should have everything in it that the probation officer needs to fill out the pre-sentence worksheet. And if you can do that, and it's not easy, and it will take several months to be able to write your narrative so that when you provide everything 1 to 2 weeks before you have the interview, the officer has time to fill out their pre-sentence report worksheet, get to know you before they meet you, and then at the time of the interview, they'll get to know you personally and maybe come away thinking you're not as bad as America's Most Wanted and as the Department of Justice made you appear in your indictment. To engage my services or to have your concerns answered, please call today, 240-888-7778. This is my personal cell, and I answer and return all calls. You can additionally get more information on my website at pprsus.com. That's P as in Paul, P as in Paul, R as in Robert, S as in Sam, US.com. I appreciate you taking the time to listen and have a good day.